Hello and welcome to our review. We shot this video back in 2020 in September between lockdowns. Bit of a disclaimer there, and we'll start with the roof. There's a solar panel at the top there to charge the leisure battery and a couple of skylights and a rather large one over the front. This is based on a Ford Transit, is this Zefiro 696. We hired this from Conwy Campers, a local business just near the castle in Conwy, and it was basically a week old when we hired it. Around the side there you have the water filler for the freshwater tank, you have a cabinet for the gas bottles, and that's the electric hookup you can see. So this is the garage. There's access from both sides. It really is massive, you can get a lot of things in there. As you go around to the back you have a reversing camera and a rear view mirror camera there. They weren't working when we hired the van, but it had teething problems. It was a new van and I'm sure they're working now. So as we go around the side you can just catch a glimpse there of the bike rack, which takes 4 bikes, and the other side of the garage of course. That is the flue for the boiler. Now this window above it must be kept closed when you're using the heating or you're running your water, because it's got a sensor on which basically stops the gases from the flue coming into the van. So if it's closed, everything works hunky-dory. So as we make our way around the side of the van, you'll have the bathroom window, which is frosted, which is handy. And below that you have where the cassette for the toilet goes. And then the vents for the fridge of course, and then the door of course. That is the outside of the van. It is a lovely van. It drives really nicely. 2-litre Ford Transit. It's big, but it's good. And to the inside. So in the cockpit there you've got these 2 captain's chairs. These are really nice and comfy, and you don't mind sitting on them if you've been sat on them all day. To be fair, they are nice and comfy. See the 6-speed gear lever there for the box. Good entertainment system, and you've got USB and 12-volt sockets down there to your left. There's more on top of the dashboard, so you can plug in your sat-nav, etc. Another one of my very favourite things, as you can tell I'm easily pleased, is this phone holder here, which if you use your phone as a sat-nav like me, then it's great. But look at this, soft close. Oh, that's great, isn't it? Now this is a fully adjustable table. You can move it all over the place, so you can always get past it. And there's a couple of seat belts there if you want to travel as a 4. So one of the things about camper vans that someone told me is they don't always have a bin. Well, this one does, so there you are. So it has a bin and a nice full-length mirror there. Now we're going to move on to the electric bed. So if there's 4 of you again, you've got the fixed bed. Oh, before I do that, sorry, this cupboard that's open, this is the tidiest cupboard in the van, so that's why we're showing you that, and closes with a click. So basically this is the electric bed. So electric bed if there's 4 of you, and although it's comfy if there's 4 of you. It's raining, isn't it? Oh lovely. Let's have a look. Up and down buttons do exactly as you'd imagine, and we'll press the down one and here we go. Only thing you've got to watch for is make sure your TV is back on the bracket and you haven't got it moved, or you will smash it off, so just be careful. That's coming down lovely over there. We haven't moved the TV, and I just have to keep my head down because I make sure I don't take it too low. It will go all the way down. You could presumably drop the, well no, you can drop the table out of the way, and that's it when it's down. There is a ladder in the garage so you can get up and down, no problem at all, and that's the electric bed. It's not something we need because we've got the fixed one, but it's nice to have. So I'll send it back up, or do you want a picture of it while it's down?
I can send it back up and then I'll bring it back down.
Sending it back up again, and there we are. That's it, I think. Perfect. There is a 3-burner hob, and there is a oven grill. Just let me put some light on the situation. There we are. There you go. Lovely. And of course quite a big sink. Still got soap suds in it. And ignore our booze. And down here in this cupboard we have a drawer of utensils, pots and pans, and that's pretty much it for your kitchen. I will say though, you should keep this top down here on this hob when you're travelling. You just don't want to have that break. It wouldn't be good. We have a smoke alarm, we believe. Haven't heard it yet, surprisingly enough, so that's quite good. We have, I think over there, some sort of carbon monoxide detector maybe, but it's what it looks like. And now then, control panel, haha. Right, so this is your heating. So you push it, you see the van light up with a thermostat, and then you push it again, that is your temperature. So right now it's nice and daytime, so turn that down to off and push it again. Turn it on one, and that is your water heater. And as we're staying here on electrical cook, leave that on eco. And then we move to the next one, which is EL2, which if you're in the UK, EL2 is the electrical cup you want. If you're in Europe, EL1 is what you want because of different voltages. And on the far side, this is the fan, which is currently in off, but we find when you put the heating on, if you turn the fan, which is off because the heating's off so it won't work anyway, but you turn it to either eco or high. We put it on high to get things going, and that's your heating one done. Now this control panel here, which currently has, that's your water pump, which means you can use water or flush your loo if you don't have that on. That's for the lighting when during the evening. That's like a master switch for all that. This is the master switch for the control panel, so everything's off now. Turn that back on, and things you have. So temperature inside the van, 27 at the moment, and if you had the door open it would tell you the door was open basically. Up there we have 66%, which is our water tank. This is the battery, 13.3 volts for the engine, 100% it's saying, and the battery 13.5 is the leisure battery, which can be powered by the solar power as well as the alternator off the engine, the same as the other. This is an outside light which we've never even found yet. We don't know where the hell that is. I've been out in the dark and still can't find it, but there's a button for it anyway. And that's the indoor lighting, and I'll just put the water pump back on again for later use. So my actual favourite thing, I mean this is a lovely van, no doubt about it, but my favourite thing is this fridge freezer, because you always expect when you're going camping or anything, your fridge freezer is going to be shite and you're not going to be able to go shopping and get what you want. But as I'm going to show you in a minute, there's loads of space in here, and because it runs off practically anything, this fridge, it's switched on, it's on all the time. When we're travelling, it'll either be using the leisure battery, it uses the most efficient thing. It can use gas, it can use the leisure battery, probably even the other battery while we're driving along, and it uses mains hook up when we're parked up. So I'm going to open the door, show you how big it is. It is fabulous. So I'll pull the lever, and up the top there, we'll start with that, is the ice straw. And to give you an idea, we've got 2 big bags of ice in there, which, you know, brilliant because we can put ice in our drinks and not an issue. Got a couple of door pockets as you might expect, and plenty of space for stuff for shopping. Now the pièce de résistance is this bottom drawer, which I will open, and is classed as a wine cooler, but it's so much bigger than that. They are 2-litre bottles of lemonade. You can get 5 or 6 of them in there, and it's chilled, so it's awesome. You can put vegetables in there if you really want, or wine, or like we do because we drink gin, lemonade. And then we have a shower, which is really good for storage because when our campsites you use the facilities there really. And the shower's a fair size. There you go, it's full of stuff, full of junk, but there you go. And a vent for that up there on the roof. And we're going to go into the bathroom. Now the clever thing is here is this throughway that we have now. We can make it in 2 separate rooms, and at night it's a good idea to keep the place warm is you shut this door and then your bathroom's here. So usual Thetford, Elson based, whatever you call it, toilet with a thing I showed you outside to empty. A decent sized little sink and a mirror, which you can't even see me, which is good. Frosted glass, which is of course excellent, and a storage cupboard. That's your bathroom done. Right. Here we are on the amazing fixed bed at the back. It's massive. Look at all this space. It's so big. No, this large fixed double bed at the rear is a godsend because it's pretty comfy. It's not, you don't wake up with camper's back, which is something I've just invented, where you can't move in the morning because you're either stiff as a board or you've been sleeping on something that's a bit too soft. So this is lovely, and it's massive. Look how big it is. Awesome. That'll do us. Yeah, that'll do us. Will that do us?